What are you doing out here?
Like I said, I came out here to record an album. My friend, they came and picked me up from the hospital. I was sitting there dying of sepsis. So, I didn't have a phone. I didn't have anything. I was staying in a homeless shelter. One day I felt too sick. I went to the hospital. I went there because I kept getting I kept getting kicked out of the homeless shelter because people would piss me off, and I had to stand up for myself. And I don't do that unless I'm happen to be drinking. So next thing I know, I wind up in the hospital. I'm like, well, if I'm getting kicked out just for being drunk, then I might as well at least go. At this point, I'd already dealt with these people, so I went back, and they let me back in once I sobered up. But again, I didn't. I haven't had to get drunk since, but I ended up going to the hospital for withdrawal symptoms just because I had to keep sticking up for myself as many times as I did there. Turns out I was dying of sepsis in this freaking place, so I ended up staying there for 2 weeks, and I ended up my former drummer ended up his grandmother was in the hospital. So he was visiting her, and that's how they found out I was there. They got a hold of me, and then that's how I ended up back here. I was stuck in the hospital for 2 weeks. They waited till the time, and again, we were supposed to record an album. That unfortunately never came to fruition.
Yeah. Why the face paint?
I gotta say, I'm inspired by a lot of things. I'm a product of my culture. If I may say so. There's a lot of things that inspired me growing up. I mean, I was a fan of wrestling, fan of, music. And I saw the Misfits, Marilyn Manson, Dimmu Borgir, everyone that was doing face paint for some reason. Sting from wrestling. I mean, I ended up just gravitating towards that. I'm like, that's actually, probably the reason I was prevented getting sunburn and everything every day, you know? So I took everything I could, and I inspired from them. And I adopted, the Hardy Boys wrote a book too, Exist to Inspire. So that's what I'm all about, If I can spread the word, why not,
Yeah.
But again, I don't mean anything offensive by it, but again, I just take inspiration for everything. I mean, I'm a product of my culture. I mean, I stole the sleeves from the Hardy Boys, but I didn't copy them exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
But that's where it all comes from.
Okay. What does music mean to you?
Music is literally my life. I mean, how can you ask somebody, what does music mean to you, and not tell you it means everything? I mean, literally, it's my passion. I'm up here, I was up there playing. I think I started walking at like 8 this morning, and I gotta say, if it wasn't for music, man, I wouldn't be alive. I mean, that's literally what it comes down to. I mean, it even goes back to the previous statement, exist to inspire. I mean, if there's somebody out there willing to get out there, sorry about that, there's somebody out there willing to get out there and, do what I'm doing. I mean, I hope I have inspired somebody to do that, I mean, I don't know if you saw the news story on, I think it happened in Brockport, but, this kid named Grant, he's doing what I'm doing now. And I gotta say, I'll show you the news interview when I get a chance, but I gotta say, that meant the world to me. I mean, there's somebody out there, that's, taking pages out of my book. Not that I necessarily have a book, but, that's been the coolest thing to me,
That you inspired someone, and
Yeah,
you got to see that.
He said it on the news. He even said, it's like, I just want to get out here and do what Dan does. Unfortunately, I was in a terrible relationship with my wife, so I unfortunately had to leave Brockport. But I hope he's still out there doing what he does, because I got to say, Grant's a good kid. I mean, he's actually the one that showed me how to That's my setup now. I saw him using this battery-powered pack and a power inverter to power his amp. So he's louder than I am, so obviously I got to step it up now, you know? So, hey, man, you teach the teachers and the students teach the teacher, you know? Yeah, exactly, man.
Who are your biggest influences?
I gotta say, I picked up a guitar. I mean, this is the thing that I'm not gonna knock it, because I gotta say, I mean, there's a reason I picked up a guitar, but Guitar Hero came out, and there were never any songs on it I wanted to play, but Guitar Hero 3 came out, so I'm like, they got Raining Blood on that? I'll give it a try. So I'm playing this thing on a piece of plastic that obviously, you know, I don't know how to use in the first place. I'm like, why the hell is there nobody in town that knows how to play this song on a real guitar? Yeah. So I became dedicated. I ended up, you know, I grabbed my first guitar. I mean, that was my goal. I grabbed my first guitar. I was dedicated. I was learning, again, from starting out, you don't have calluses or anything. You don't know anything about guitar, and I didn't have anybody to teach me, so it took me about 2 years to develop calluses, and I'm playing Rain and Blood. Next thing I know, I've got people asking me how to play this song. I'm like, I'll show you the videos I learned from. I'll show you the tabs. I mean, I apparently this is what I had to teach myself too. Not a lot of guitar players know how to read tabs, so I had to teach them that too. So I'm like, I'm the guy you have to ask all of a sudden, you know?
What's your dream when it comes to music?
You know, ultimately, it might not come to fruition, but Ozzy just had his last show, so it's probably not going to happen. But I dreamed when I started this, you know, eventually I want to open for him. You know, I mean, I love Ozzy, I love Pantera, I love Slayer. I mean, all my favorite heroes. I mean, I'm not going to get a chance to see ever again. You know, so. That's it. I mean, that first note. I mean, I gotta say, if anyone's listening, it's not easy too. During those 2 years it took me to learn those songs, or that song at least, I would play for about 8 hours a day, every day, and by the time the day was done, my fingers were usually just, you know, pouring out blood. I mean, I was literally raining blood by raining blood. You know, so. I gotta say, not an easy path, not one I would recommend anyone to walk, but if you're willing to do it, I think it's worth the time, you know? Yeah.
What are some ways the community around Medina has helped or not helped?
I gotta say the police have been the biggest, deterrent for me. I think we're on the same page now, which I don't have anything bad to say about them right now. But I got to say, when I first got here, they were not the politest people to me. I mean, said I was thrown you know, I was thrown in handcuffs and brought to a hospital. I'm like, look, I understand if I'm unconscious on the ground, yeah, do something about it. But you literally threw me in handcuffs and threw me in jail when I was starting you with lawyers and stuff. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I'm entertaining people. A lot of my stuff, I mean, you see me falling down. I mean, again, this goes back to my wrestling days. I mean, I incorporated that in my, you know, my music, because I'm like, I understand I can't be a wrestler, but I can at least, you know, I'll do a bump on the sidewalk or something just for publicity, you know. I'll do that. But again, it was never intentionally to, you know, I mean, whatever the police interpreted it as. Unfortunately, I'm not going to ever know their opinions, but yeah. But again, that was just me. I mean, again, I read a book called Controversy Creates Cash by Eric Bischoff, the guy that used to manage WCW. So I took that out of his book. I mean, you look for things that people aren't doing, and then you be the one to do them. So if you're doing wrestling moves to yourself in the sidewalk, I felt that was the way to go, you know?
Can you tell me about your stolen amp and how Kyle stepped in?
This is what happened again. I might have to do a video demonstration, but what
Yeah,
happened?
after.
What happened was I was playing by the canal one day. Unfortunately, I don't think I necessarily have to demonstrate, but you know, I bring that amp around with me. Half the time, that thing's my seat, so you know, I'll set it down. A lot of times, some people come up, smoke a bowl with me and shit, and I'm like, next thing I know, I walk away. I realize I'm missing something, so I go back. It's not there. So that's all that happened. Next thing I know, a few days later, this guy named Kyle drops off this Kramer to me, and I gotta say that was not that I'm dissing the PV Rage 158, but I am getting Dimebag Darrow like squeals out of this. I mean, I gotta say, I mean, I love the PV, but like I said, that was a blessing in disguise. I mean, I didn't know what I was getting in return, you know, from that, you know.
Yeah. First time we met, you mentioned Nashville.
Yes, I
Can you
indeed.
tell me that?
I indeed intend on taking a trip to there. I gotta say, I feel like I've got a shot if I do go there. You know, I gotta say I'm doing everything that everyone else isn't doing, and if I can find my hacky sack, that's also part of my act. I'll play hacky sack and play guitar at the same time. You know.
How long have you been trying to get to Nashville?
Ever since last year, I think. Yeah. Unfortunately, something out here set my mind to it. I talked to somebody. I gotta say, and I can't remember if it was here or Rochester now. Unfortunately, I've been chased around by the police so much, so I gotta say, man, my life is quite exhausting. I just I can't remember which town I heard the advice in and all that, but I gotta say though, you know, for some reason somebody put it in my head. I'm like, well, that makes sense to me. I'm not playing the same stuff they are. I mean, I can go down there and shred their ass off, and they're gonna have to follow me now. You know?
What would you do if you got like a ticket to Nashville? What would you do there?
I don't know. I literally just bought myself a phone just so I have a GPS. I'm literally just planning on busking.
Yeah.
Just take my chance, you know. I mean, I'm just gonna keep on taking random pot shots. I'm gonna travel town to town, or you know, whatever it comes down to. And this is what makes it difficult is I've had so many people up here in Medina, especially. I thank you community for this. I had so many people tell me they're gonna miss me when I take off, but I tell them I'm coming back. I mean, my only goal is I have enough to get there right now. I'm just trying to make sure I can get back because I tried this once in New York City. I went there, and it took me about a week and a half to make enough money to get back. So you just don't know what's gonna go on down there, you know?
Yeah. I don't know if that's a worker or not. They just pulled in. I don't know.
It's all good. I mean, hey, it's all good publicity, right?
What would it mean to you to have help getting to Nashville?
It would mean everything in the world to me. I gotta say, man. You know, since I've been out in Medina, sorry, there's so much noise.
Yeah.
And people want to. Sorry. And people, the police out here want to give me the noise complaint. You know, I have to shut up to hear myself. So, but I gotta say, ultimately, man. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
I asked, what would it mean to you to have help getting to Nashville?
It would mean everything in the world to me. Again, man. I'm just, I'm no different than anybody else. I mean, everyone's got to make a living in the world. I'm just trying to do what I want because I mean, how many people are out there? I mean, I grew up with a dad. He doesn't, he never actually was unemployed, so he was just always miserable in general. But if you're not doing what you love, I mean, in all fairness, he was a musician, so he was making money on the side. But if you're not, I mean, when he was happy when I was his roadie, he got pissed off when he found out that I could play guitar better than him. So, that's the boat that I'm in.
We're getting towards the end of these, by the way.
Oh, all right. Yeah, feel free to extend it, man.
What would you say to someone who's down and out but still has a dream?
I'd say keep following it, because I got to say, I mean, in my boat, I mean, I'm finally at the point, I mean, it takes time. You can't expect it right away. I'd say keep following your dream, because you know what? All the haters are eventually going to be your fucking fans.
If someone supports you through this video, what would you want to say to them?
I want to say I can't thank you enough. I gotta say, if for some reason I'm ever opening, unfortunately, it might not be in the cards to open for Ozzy someday, but whichever band I end up opening for, I mean, just come up, shake our hand on the street, and I guarantee you, you're getting a free ticket to my show. That's always what I've been about. Exist to inspire and help the people to help you.
Is there anything else you'd want to add?
I also want to say, again, regardless of what the police are doing to you, never stop, never stopping. I mean, if there's anything in this world, I mean, music is the universal language. I mean, how many people would communicate with me if I wasn't communicating with them somehow? Yeah. I mean, I as a person myself, I don't have that skill. So apparently the music is my skill to communicate with people. So